This is it, Joe McCarry, Ferrari. Let's have a look what's in here. There it is. Unbelievable.
The day I bought a Ferrari. Now for me this was a big moment in my business career at the time. When I was at university I wanted the Ferrari 355. It was the supercar of the time, of the late 90s. And the year was 2002 and I gave myself a target of, what was it? I just was 23 and I said, yeah, you have to get one by the time you're 25. And I got one on July time 2004, was it? Yeah, 2004, because it wasn't long after I set up the business. And you know, I found a video as well of me going down to pick it up. Oh my god, I might put it online, but just for a laugh. That was an amazing moment where I went down there and I was really nervous to pick it up.
What's the date today?
21st of August.
What's the occasion?
That's the
Let's
occasion.
read it. Go on, where is it? Can't see it.
355 GTB.
Amazing. You're about 15 minutes while you're picking it up.
Yeah.
Excited.
Last train.
Any last comments?
Before, I was just in the local newsagents flipping through the Auto Trader and I saw it and I was like, I've got to buy it, I've just got to buy that car. So I contacted the seller, it was Joe McCarry in London, and I phoned him up and I said, is it still up for sale? Yeah, I'm coming down. Oh, by the way, has it got a CD player? And he was like, why is that important? But for some reason it was to me at the time. Not that you can hear CD music when you're in a Ferrari very well anyway.
There it is. Unbelievable. Oh, look at it. It has got a stereo stand. Yeah, baby. Give us a reaction stand. That is classic. What a fucking car. Look at all the fries in here.
Yeah, I remember going down there and I saw it in the back and I said to Joe, Joe, I'm having that car. And he just shouted up to one of his mates and said, get the champagne out, come on, get in the office. So we went into the office, sat down with him, some champagne came in, everyone being nice, yada yada yada. He passed me over this contract, signed it and walked out. Now what he didn't know is I didn't have enough money to buy the car. And what did scare me a little bit is I looked at the small print and it says, basically I think I put a deposit down, like 10%, to secure it, and in the small print it says if you don't pay the full balance within 30 days I'm keeping your deposit. I was like, shit. And he was a nice guy, so I don't think he would have done it anyway, but legally he could have. So when I got back up north I was racing around trying to get loans, and I remember I got one in the end from HSBC. I remember going into the bank in Sandbach and telling them I'm paying this back within 6 months, and they were like, yeah, I'm sure you are. And I paid it back within 5 months. That was quite nice actually. So I beat my target there as well.
Give us a reaction.
Speechless.
I've never known anything like it in my life.
The power, I'm not even putting my foot down yet.
Excuse my language, but this is unreal. It really is.
Now we're off to Tooting to try and find HSBC.
Shit,
The
yeah.
documentary. But we haven't got a bloody clue where we're going.
We said just follow this road.
I went down with my friend Dan. We went down on the train. Got there. Inside, I was like, oh my god, this is my dream. I've achieved it. And prior to this, I used to look at these cars in the street and it used to hurt me so much that I didn't have one. It really did. It's like, oh my god, I've got to get that car. You know, And I don't feel like that over anything now. It's weird, but back then it just meant everything to me. And I was in the showroom, and inside I was like just so happy. I couldn't drive these things. You know, I remember driving it off, and then obviously my mate Ant was taking the mick out of me, and he was asking me loads of questions like, how does it feel? And I could barely talk. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, and we were driving along, and you look out the window and you could see the reflection of your car, in the shop windows as you're driving past, and it was like, oh my God, I've done it, I've actually got it. For me, it was like the pinnacle. I mean, don't get me wrong, it unfortunately only lasted for a few months, and then you realise it's just a car, but during that moment, it feels like it's so much more. Really, I was only at the very start of my business career at the time.
Don't know, I'm just happy everything's worked out alright. It's the dream he's always wanted. That's us in the reflection.
I was driving around my dad's Peugeot 205 car, and here I was with a Ferrari. You know what I mean? I bought a Ferrari. Obviously that's something altogether differently. I mean, how to drive a Ferrari when you've gone from that to that, especially then. I mean, it was quite dangerous, that car, and I can talk about some of the near misses and accidents I had in that car, and eventually I did end up crashing into a lamppost. But being a young kid in that rear-wheel drive car, it was dangerous, I'll tell you. Now, when I got a Lamborghini years later, that was way safer and it was easy to drive. I do remember one funny thing, actually. Bearing in mind I was very young at the time, and there's nothing wrong with this, I still eat fast food, but I stopped off at the service station on the way back, and I went into KFC. We sat down, ordered a meal, probably like £3 each, and the car was gleaming. It was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, stunning it was. Obviously they'd done a good job, and there was a massive crowd gathering around the car, old and young people actually. It was so embarrassing when I walked out of KFC. I had to walk through this crowd and get into the car, and I just felt so uncomfortable. But everyone was nice, and I just specifically remembered that.
Oh, I'm off. He's off. There we go, some speed. Around the bend.
For some reason, I can't drive from the north to London without falling asleep. So I always, when I went down to London, I always used to take a friend with me. So on the way back, I let Ant drive the car, and he had some fun in it as well. It was just a great day, really. Great times. But I used to let everyone drive that Ferrari. I just used to let everyone drive it. Even my sister got in it. She nearly crashed it, but it's just a good time.
This is the best thing I've ever done in my life. It's absolutely amazing. Not the best for you ever. Oh, we're off. Hello again. I've just got up. I've been asleep for ages. I've been driving this fucking ace car. Go on, just turn up there a bit.